What is up, YouTube? This is Anthony's Gaming here, and today we are on Dreadnought. Now, all I gotta say is, this game is honestly one of the reasons I wanted a PlayStation. It's a free-to-play game, and basically to describe it, if you ever play World of Tanks, War Thunder, or World of Warships, any of those, this game is basically that. Except you have these giant flying ships. Now, I honestly have no idea what these are because it's been a while since I played this game. So they have updated a lot. Like, this menu wasn't like this before. Like, it's just been so long since I played this. Like, just like with whenever I played Blacklight Retribution, it was so long since I played it, and honestly, it just, whenever I got on, it was just different. So yeah, these are the different kind of ships you can have. These, I basically like to think of them as little mosquitoes. These ships are more for getting in quick, doing damage, and getting out. These are basically, to describe them, they are a sniper rifle with an engine. They can dish out a lot of damage from a far distance, but if you get up close to them, yeah, they can't defend themselves as good. These ships are more or less your healers, basically. I think that this is the healing ship. I think it is. Basically, they can do damage up close, but when it comes down to it, they primarily just for healing. Like, they could drop healing bombs and everything. Like, look, modules. Beam amplifier that basically will increase the amount of damage you put on a ship that you're hitting, or the amount of stuff you're healing a friendly with. The repair pods are basically, you drop them and they let out this pulse. As long as someone's in that range, then you're good. Look, okay, yeah, and these are the Dreadnoughts. This is the current Dreadnought that I have. I named mine the White Wolf because I'm a big Witcher fan. It's a white ship. Yeah, that's basically it. These can dish out damage and can take damage, but they're slower. So, while yes, they are basically a powerhouse, you do not want to just charge in by yourself. Because like I said, they can take damage, and you have shields and all that, but like, if you charge in against an entire team, if you're not ready, yeah, you're not gonna last long. And like I said, these are the corvettes. Like I said, I like to think of them as little mosquitoes. For the artillery cruisers, this one's my favorite because it may be an artillery cruiser, but I like the way it is. Like, it can get in, it can move pretty fast, and the weapons on it are pretty good. Like, I use this one as like a flanking ship. Yeah, so these are the tactical cruisers. Yeah, so the tactical cruisers are like the healing ship, the ships that are made like they can only do damage if they get really close, and they're not really the fastest. I don't really like using this one because it's really not fast at all, but I'm not really the healer type. I'm more or less the guy that likes to do damage. And then you have the destroyers. That's basically all you gotta know about them. Like, they can dish out massive damage, but they aren't as good at taking on heavy fire. They can dish out the damage, trust me. But when it comes to getting hit, no. Like I said, oh, okay, I see what they did. Okay, so my favorite class of ships to use are the Oberon, because I just like the design of them. Like, I just really enjoy the design of the Oberon ships. So yeah, as you can see, it's like you can see, it's basically just like on World of Tanks and all that. To get the next ship, basically, you gotta have certain things unlocked for your current ship. So basically, I can't get this one until I unlock certain things on this one. But yeah, it's a fun game. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's like I said, and like Blacklight Retribution, it's a free game. So that's another plus side. Now, when you first start, you're gonna be on the recruits, naturally. But once you get like higher tiers, then you can reach veteran. These are primarily the ships that I have unlocked right now. I only have that one and that one unlocked. I primarily just stick with the Gravis. I call it the White Wolf because I just like the name of that. I am trying to get a destroyer so that I can do some damage. I'm also trying to get another artillery cruiser. I'm gonna swap it out with that one probably. I mean, this one's okay, but for me it just doesn't move fast enough to really do anything. I much prefer to do damage fast and get out fast. But anyway, with all that being said, why don't we go ahead and get into our first match. And for a free game, they really, like, for a free game, they really like set up the, like, it has a lot of cool details. Like, whenever you're launching your missiles, you can actually, it's not just going to launch a missile out of a random port. When you're launching, the missile bays will actually open up, and you'll actually see the missiles get launched, and then the bomb bays will close. In fact, even if you look at my turrets, whenever I turn, the turrets will face that direction.
Command ship detected. It's the enemies.
All hands to action stations. Prep for combat. Let's
Ooh, we got a lot of Dreadnoughts in here. Yeah, so that is a healer ship. And I want to say that's a Dreadnought, or sometimes a destroyer and a Dreadnought kind of look similar. My playstyle, I prefer to go low.
I need support fire at these coordinates.
Oh, and if you're wondering, you can do shields and stuff. Since I'm playing on PlayStation, you use the touchpad. Up is to go faster. That's to add shields. That's to add power to the weapons, and that's to cancel. You just slide your finger in that direction. Now that mechanic, that took me a while to. That took me a while to figure out.
We've got an enemy contact.
I see they upgraded the sound too. Look at the back. Look at the back panel. Look, you saw it open up.
Fire over here.
Yeah, we got one. Uh-oh. Okay, I think that's a, I think that ship over there, yeah, that is definitely a artillery gun. Basically, the artillery guns, like I said, they're sniper rifles with engines.
Commencing jump in 3, 2, 1.
We've been hit hard. Damage control teams dispatched. Jump complete. Jump cycling.
Enemy warheads locked on our position.
Oh, and whenever someone does that,
Shield activated. All hands abandon ship. Report to
okay, you see what I mean? You see what I mean by what I was saying at the beginning? Just because you're in a Dreadnought, do not think you are an invincible powerhouse. Because if you're by yourself, you will get destroyed. The best thing to do, keep your fleet together. Because the second that you separate, the second you all start doing your own thing, separating and all that, that basically will seal your doom. Best thing to do, stick with your fleet. Now, if you're a Corvette, then for those, yeah, you can you can go in by yourself. Just realize that if you're basically with the Corvettes, if to describe them, you can get destroyed extremely easily. Like, no joke, like you can be destroyed like by basically anything.
multiple impacts. Damage control teams on station. Activated.
Yeah, I can see his ass.
Ready to launch. Abandoned ship. All hands to evac systems.
Yeah, and see what happened there? I was getting a little too cocky, thinking, oh well, it's just one guy, I can go take him out. Nope.
Hi, Captain.
Yeah, and if you keep seeing that, that's a nuke. Basically, with the nukes on this game,
Jump complete. Jump cooling
they do a lot of damage, but the thing is, they don't really lock on as good. Basically, when they lock on, they'll basically head, and the nukes will basically head to the last position that the enemy was at. They aren't going to follow them like tracer missiles.
Ready to launch.
You got here just
Like
in
these
time.
torpedoes that I'm launching, these will go to the enemy.
Nothing we can do. It's over. Abandoned ship.
But a nuke, if you launch a nuke at an enemy, what they do is they'll basically go to whatever spot they were at last time. Oh, and that's another thing I forgot to mention about this game mode. We have this big ship, and it does nothing. It just flies around the ship.
Thank you.
But if the enemy can destroy it, then they'll get a lot of points from that.
Need support fire.
So what we need to do is keep the enemy from destroying it. Look, see? We had a little smart guy trying to go up behind us. Always watch your flank, because enemies will try to sneak up behind you. And you can switch between long-range weapons and short-range weapons. Basically, the short-range weapons,
Aye, Captain. Engage.
they're better for targeting enemies that are up close.
Jump
But
complete.
as
Cycling
for long range, not so much.
jump. Ship is damaged, Captain.
Activating primary weapons, Captain. Got a bearing on the enemy
And if you
ship.
look down where
Countermeasures recharging.
if you look down at where my equipment and stuff is, you only fire or use something when it's in the green. because that means that that's the best
Activated.
time to use it.
Hostile contact sighted. Fire on this target.
And look, you see what I mean? The artillery ships, they can destroy anything. Like
Our command ship has been downed.
like artillery ships, if they fire and get good hits on you, well then,
Hostile command ship detected. Much obliged.
like if they fire and get a hit on you, they can destroy you. Yeah, and if you look over there, that is the enemy command ship. If we can destroy that, then we'll get a lot of points. Ooh, he's got the Dreadnought that I want. I really like these because like these kind of ships, the kind that I have, because they're sleek and smooth, and I just love the way they look. Oh, and I also have a barrage. Basically, if I can line up an enemy that's at a close enough range that is to my side, I'll hit the barrage, and
Full power to maneuvering
then
thrusters.
it'll send forth like a huge barrage on my side guns. This may get me killed, but I really want to show the barrage guns. So let me see if I can get close enough to this guy to try to get a barrage on him.
Broadside ballistic guns have broadside guns firing.
And as you can see, the broadside guns, they do a massive amount of damage. The best thing to do
Contact. Over there.
when using the barrage side guns, the broadside guns, use them and then quickly follow that attack up with a full-on blast of your close range weapons.
All vessels. We've got an
Because
enemy contact.
the broadside guns, they do a massive amount of damage, and if you follow that up with the light attacks, then you'll basically, even if you don't destroy them, you will bring their health down a lot. Okay, this guy went in by himself. I'm pretty sure he's in the destroyer. I'm going to jump to him so that he can have some backup.
Jump complete. Jump cycling.
Broadside ballistic guns will clear the broadside guns.
Shield activated. Ready to launch.
And
Deploy damage control
boom!
teams.
Clean hit. Targets going down.
Oh, we won! Yeah, and I like the torpedoes because, yeah, you have to get close, but they're really good. Like, the torpedoes, you may have to get close for them to lock on, but they're pretty good at damage. Hmm. 3 kills, 5 deaths. Not terrible, but I remember the first time I ever played this game. I was like, I got top of the leaderboard. And I was thinking, oh, I'm so good at this game. I'm great. I'm all this, I'm that, and this. Then I got to the veterans. Yeah, I got to the veterans. Yeah, that was it for me getting top for a while. Like, I was getting annihilated. I think for my first ship, since I already did a Dreadnought, I'm going to show off the artillery cruiser. And other people may not think so, but this ship is a beauty. Like I said, it's a gun with an engine, and just by looking at it, it looks like it's a gun with an engine.
Our command command ship is back on the battlefield.
All hands to action stations. Prep for combat. Let's run out the guns.
Full power to maneuvering thrusters.
Now, this one is a bit more agile than some of the others. And that's one of the reasons I like it. And I know I'm not supposed to use it this way, but I like to use this as a...
Warhead's got a lock, Captain.
And look, if you see this, that is a...
Catapult. Stasis.
Activated.
That is a Corvette.
Is ready, Captain. We've lost our cloak.
That did it. Enemy hull collapsing. Enemy Corvette destroyed.
You see what I mean? Corvettes are very easy to take down. Now, they can dish out a lot of damage, but when it comes to taking damage, they cannot take damage at all.
We're getting killed out here.
Don't think I have it equipped on this variant of my ship,
Thanks for the assist.
but there is a mode you can put your artillery ship into where you're basically forced to be stationary, but when you fire that gun, it does damage. Like, it does massive amount of damage, which I don't know why it's not equipped. It should be. Oh, these are just AI controlled ships. They're really not a whole lot to worry about. Like, yeah, they'll damage you, but when it comes down to it, they really don't do that much damage. But yeah, you see what I like to do? I like to get my artillery ship
Locked on. Stasis
and
warheads targeting the enemy ship.
I'll
Launching catapult.
I get in mine and I just go around the enemy, and then we'll just
Stasis warheads got
do
a lock,
what
Captain.
damage I can from behind.
Cloak engaged.
Oh, and if you're sneaking up behind them with this ship, definitely cloak.
Launch stasis warhead. Aye, Captain.
Recharging cloak. Gonna take a minute. They've hit us hard, Captain. Countermeasures. Fire.
Main power just went down. Our hull is
Yeah,
collapsing.
so see, they can dish out the damage, but they can't take damage. I think I'm going to try out the Dover, which is a Corvette, next. You know, show off like how it is. Now the thing about this ship, the guns are locked forward. Now you can do like that, but as you can see, they only go so far. But what I love about this ship
Thrusters.
is the
Thrusters are
speed
gone, Captain.
of it. And look how much damage this thing does.
Going down.
Heavy damage across multiple systems, Captain. Shield activated. Blink.
And these come with a blink warp drive.
Ready to launch.
Basically, it's a warp drive that just covers a short distance, but it's good to get you out. No, you don't.
Firing up.
We got their command ship. Hold on. Can't do it, Captain. Still cooling down. Forward thrusters offline.
Yeah, the best thing, what I like to use these things for, is taking out these artillery ships. And with the artillery ships, stay on their rears.
Going down.
Do not get in front of that gun. Because if you get in front of their main gun, well then you might as well just make your crew hit self-destruct, because you're screwed if you get in front of that main gun.
Scratch another enemy.
For me, I like to call this one
Ship has been downed.
the Wasp.
Thank you.
You know how a Wasp is, like It's that annoying little thing that just flies around you and keeps bothering you. Now, he's got the same ship as me, except he's got a laser grid on his. He's got laser weapons on his.
Ships hold down to 50%,
Which
Captain.
is a good thing to have
Here we go.
for really up-close battles,
Thanks
but
for the assist.
not really something that I like to do,
Thrusters burnt out,
because then it takes a... because I can either have that or my blink drive, and trust me, I much prefer my blink drive because it really helps you to get out of a situation extremely fast. Now there are some other ones, which I do want to get one for the veteran class, but for now, I'm happy with this one.
Thrusters offline.
Ready to launch.
Aye.
Enemy missiles incoming, Captain.
No, you don't.
Multiple impacts. Damage control teams on station. Systems depleted, Captain.
Oh, and the thing about the missiles on here, if you get locked onto, those missiles will chase you until they hit something. Well, they'll chase you until they run out on their timer, or until they hit something. But the thing that's good about them, if you think you're going to just fly behind a rock and they'll just slam into it, no. They follow the trail that you were on.
All she's got, Captain.
Whatever trail you did to
Let's jump.
get behind that rock, they will follow that exact same trail. Which that's something I just love, because I love it and I hate it. I hate it whenever I'm on the receiving end. I love it whenever I'm on the dealing end, because it just makes it a lot more realistic, because missiles today, that's how they
Enemy
work.
command ship detected. Let's take it out. Hi, Captain. Going to full burn. Forward thrusters offline.
We've been hit hard. Damage control teams dispatched.
You see, there's a mistake I made. When it comes to the broadside, like I said, if you're in a Corvette, you do not want to be on its broadside. Because if that broadside hits a Corvette, yeah, you can kiss the ship goodbye. Upgrade that. You cannot upgrade shields, speed, and damage boost. All that is on a set thing. The only thing you can upgrade is the look of your ship and what weapons and defenses you have on it. Now, defenses are good, but you don't want to overdo it on the defenses. You want to at least have some form of offenses. And like I said, for this one, I'm going to be showing off the destroyer. As you can just tell by looking at this thing is just for dishing out that damage. Now, whenever I'm waiting for the match start, I always like to have my stuff facing forward. It's not anything that's required. I just don't like them
Command ship detected. Command
facing
ship
other
detected.
ways.
It's the enemies.
When I don't like them having facing other ways when I'm about to warp. And yeah, if you look, my weapons will actually turn in whatever direction I'm facing. And this thing, it has many weapons. And like I said, for a free-to-play game, like, this is impressive. Okay, and the payload that I have on here are torpedo salvo, Goliath torpedoes, and module reboot. I'm still not really sure what a module is. It's been a while since I played this. Oh, and that's another thing. Like, if you can actually see all the engines around you.
Warheads locked on our position.
Oh shit.
Activated. Multiple impacts. Damage control teams on station.
Now the thing about mine it doesn't have
All hands, abandon ship.
mine does.
Report
This
to
one doesn't have a warp. You can get a warp drive for your destroyer, but mine, yeah, it doesn't come with a warp drive. Oh, I got killed by the Furia. Basically, once you unlock a certain tier, you're considered veteran. And I think it's once you get to tier 3.
We have weapon lock. Our Goliath has a lock. Thanks.
Yeah, so basically those missiles work the same way as my ones that are on my Corvette. Basically they work the same way. They'll do the damage, like a shit ton of damage, and are just really good to have. I do also have a proton auto guns. Basically all that is, it's just these guns that whenever I get close enough, they'll automatically start shooting at people.
Clean hit. Targets going down. Artillery.
Heavy damage across multiple systems, Captain.
I'm in an artillery ship.
Security's collapsing. Abandon ship.
How did I not see that guy? You see what I mean? Artillery ships, they will destroy you. I'm gonna show off my nav now. Well, not show it off, just
Vultures
show it.
unlocked. Ready to launch.
Because I don't really like showing off anything. If you're wondering what I'm shooting at, there's one of those AI controlled ones. They don't really do a whole lot of
All
damage,
ships, enemy contact.
but
At
they
this
can
location.
be annoying.
Vulture missiles locked on.
And one thing with your missiles, make sure you have a clean line of sight when you fire them.
Launching vulture
Because
missiles.
if there's, look, see what I mean about earlier about the hatches actually opening? And then now they close. They definitely updated the sounds of everything.
Enemy missiles incoming, Captain.
No, you don't.
Firing broadside. Scratch one artillery cruiser.
It always pays off to have that
Understood.
feature
Swapping to primary
on your
weapons,
Dreadnought.
Captain.
It is a gun that it's these little lasers that basically keep
Let's jump.
these little lasers that basically keep artillery
Captain.
missiles from hitting you.
Jump complete. Cycling jump.
Oh shit. Oh shit. I did not jump in a good spot. I did not jump in a good spot.
We could use some company, Captain.
Really? We could use some company? Because what I think we could use right now is some heals. Yeah. The best thing to do, hide, well, if you can, until you can get good enough to get back out there. Your ship will automatically heal, but that's when it pays to have a medic on your team. But even still, like,
Need support fire at these coordinates.
with where I'm at, there's no way a medic ship would be able to get to me. Oh good, I've linked up with
Vulture
some
missiles have a clean shot. Vultures.
teammates.
Broadside plasma battery. Clear the broadside guns. Yes. Scrapped an artillery cruiser.
I know I kind of wasted my vulture missiles, but
Ship is history.
oh look, that's one of those that's one of the healing ships. And like, see what it does when it's attacking enemies? It basically just fires this laser at them
Enemy warheads locked
and
on
blast you.
Engaging.
Ship is damaged, Captain. Activate countermeasures. Shield
Oh yeah,
activated.
always remember to have your shields up when you're in a fight.
Critical system failure across the board, Captain.
They're not going, the shields what they do, they're not going to stop you from taking damage. You'll still take damage. Trust me, you will always take damage. But what they do is they basically just...
Vultures are locked, ready to launch.
They basically just keep you from taking as much damage.
Launching vulture missiles.
Oh shit, I should have used them. I should have waited.
Broadside ballistic, clear broadside guns. Aye, Captain.
Frag!
Activated. We're getting killed out here.
Commencing jump in 3, 2, 1.
And if you look, you can see that little star-looking thing in the distance. That's where I'm jumping to. Like, you can always see where you're going to jump to.
Critical systems going dark. We're losing.
Ah. Look, okay, I think I'm gonna show off the tactical cruiser. Oh. Yeah, so basically my healing laser, once it catches on to someone, then it'll basically just stay on them.
Full power to maneuvering thrusters. We've been hit hard. Damage control teams dispatched.
And like most other games, people don't really do a whole lot to protect your tactical cruisers. AKA, they will... Honestly, people just sometimes never protect the medics. Now, I'm going to do... Now that I've shown all the ships, I'm going to do one final match, just me playing the match. Ooh, I did pretty good. Ended up in 5th place, but it's better than nothing. So yeah, I'm going to do a final match with just me playing the game, because I think that, although I'm not confirming this, I think that if I just play the game in the next match without like talking about describing them, then I might do a little better. So yeah, that's gonna be the final match, and then we'll wrap this video up. Okay, I think I'll start this match off in a Corvette. I think they definitely made the teams a little bigger. Four artillery cruisers. Yeah. 4 artillery cruisers sometimes is not the best choice.
Our HVT is on the battlefield.
Action stations, hostile contacts inbound. Prepare for combat.
Like I said, I've been just doing, just hitting any when it comes to the matches. And I keep getting put in Onslaught. So basically, I've answered my question from earlier. Onslaught is the game mode that everyone plays. And right now, I'm a little hunter.
Picking up enemy contact. Over there.
I'm a little hunter on the prowl. I would go into game chat, but chances are, but you never know what kind of people you're gonna be playing with. Plus, I don't want them to end up talking over the commentary or whatever. Now, if I'm playing with my friends, that's another thing. Oh, so there's the enemy. Now there isn't a reload button, sadly, so you basically just gotta run out of ammo.
Amplifying weapons, aye.
They took out our command ship.
We've been hit hard. Damage control teams dispatched. Punch it.
Hold on.
See ya, bitch.
Forward thrusters offline.
Uh-oh.
The ship's falling to pieces. We can't hold her together.
After I jumped away, I just instantly thought, I just jumped in front of his gun. Oh, yeah. You can set up different modes. This one has the... Frag!
Forward thrusters at maximum.
Siege mode is the mode I was talking about, like where
Shield activated.
you're stationary, but you do a lot of damage.
Ready to launch.
There you go. 2 presents.
Got an enemy contact.
I honestly didn't even think about doing that. I just accidentally ran into him. No, you don't.
Thrusters at max.
Maneuvering thrusters at toast. Stand by for reprime. Multiple impacts detected.
Oh, come on, come on, come on. Okay.
Hi, let's go.
I'm kind of hoping that I get destroyed because I do want to show off the siege mode on my artillery. Yep, there we go. Yeah, honestly, I didn't even think. I was even trying to, like, crash into that guy. Like, I was just trying to go underneath him, but then I ended up just slamming into him. Okay, let's do the
Aye,
siege.
Captain. All stop. Activating artillery. System drained.
Should wait for them to get a little closer. Yeah, whenever you fire, if you use the siege mode, make sure the enemy is within range. Don't just fire because they're in your crosshairs. Make sure you're seeing the red, the reticle turn red.
Friendly command ship detected.
Ship is damaged, Captain.
Flechettes have positive lock.
Basically, basically with these, they basically work similarly to the Corvettes, except from a distance, where they can do the damage, but they can't take the damage. Now, I want to try to... Now, like I said, with siege mode, once you're locked down, you can't move. So, it's best to try to make sure that you can hit your target.
System drained. Cycling.
Now, the only downside about having an entire team of artillery guns, for obvious reasons,
We've got an enemy
if
contact.
someone comes up close to us, like, we can basically be wiped out. But the thing about it, though, while
Coordinate
yes,
these coordinates.
our ships are at a disadvantage if people get close to us, but the thing is, if there is an entire team of artillery ships,
Enemy command ship detected.
depending on what kind of ship you're
Heavy damage
flying,
across multiple systems,
it's
Captain.
not always the best idea to
Flechette
attack
swarm
us.
locked to target.
to attack multiple people.
Flechettes launched, Captain.
Like to attack an entire team, like to swarm in on an entire team of artillery ships. Because yes, you may be able to do a lot of damage to them, but even if you take out 2 of them, the rest of them are going to wipe you out. That's just how it is. What I like to do, I like to try to see if I can find a target that isn't moving as much. Because I'm out of practice and I'm not as good at hitting a moving target as I used to be. This is why you should if you have a favorite game, don't stay away from it for too long. Oh, that's a healing ship. Come on, I have a clear sight.
Engaging.
System drained. Starting recharge.
Look, see how much damage that cannon does?
Full power to maneuvering thrusters.
Yeah, and you want to try not to let them
Flechettes have
get away because then they can heal.
Flechette swarm.
Multiple impacts detected.
That did it. Enemy hull collapsing. That destroyer.
Hiya,
is
bitch.
scrapped, Captain. That'll teach.
All hands, abandon ship. Report to emergency.
Yay! I go boom! Thrust amplifier, anti-missile pulse, blink warp. Tempest missile, Goliath missile. I could have sworn I had a nuke on one of these. I'll go for this one.
Missiles have a lock. Call the shot, Captain.
Oh, I will.
Missiles away. Reloading silos. Our command ship has warped back into battle.
Reboot all systems.
Yeah, so if you look... Yeah, so the modules are the things down that you like hit one of the buttons with. Those are the modules. So basically now I already have my Tempest missile armed and ready because I used my resupply thing.
Launching missiles. Enemy missiles incoming, Captain.
They've hit us hard, Captain.
Uh-oh. Best thing to try to do here, do try to lead them to
Torpedo launched. Command ship detected.
a spot where they're just
Our
gonna...
command ship has been eliminated. Autoguns fired up.
Look, you see what I mean by the auto guns though? That's why they're helpful. Because when it comes to auto guns, like if someone's getting close,
Got to reload.
the auto guns will just automatically start ripping into them. Oh, this is gonna be a close match. We gotta be careful here.
Power to maneuvering thrusters.
Enemy forces are falling back.
Wait, who won? Who won? I don't know. And I'm still not up there. But yeah, I don't know who won. That's a problem. It doesn't tell. Oh, we won. Ooh, best of match. Credits earned. 999. But anyway, that was Dreadnought. Now, like I said with Blacklight Retribution, if I can get my friends to get this game again, then maybe we'll do videos on it. As far as Thursday goes, me and my friends were going to try to get some Red Dead clips up of us playing together. We're going to call that series, I think we're going to call it Red Dead Escapades, or any game that we all play together, we're going to call like our escapades. Like, it's a name that one of my friends came up with. I was going to use another name, but it is literally the name of a YouTube channel, and so I don't want to seem like I'm trying to take from them. And Escapades is the only name that we could think of that other people haven't used. So, yeah. Tuesday and Thursday, at least for now, are still going to be multiplayer game days. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday are going to be Let's Play days of me playing a single player campaign. So, that's how the schedule is going to be for this week. And probably the same thing for next week. So yeah, with all that being said, thanks all you so much for watching. If you liked it, subscribe, leave a like, and as always, please leave a comment down below, because your comments are the only way that I can improve on these. And if you want to chat me directly, or check out updates on the channel, check me out on my Twitter at Antilles Gaming. And with all that being said, I will see all of you in the next episode.